Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Today we are gonna ask Viola here, saved your life?
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died once.
You died?
About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the River Styx.
But Don,
I guess that's called, it's pronounced, Tigre. Sure. By Don Tigre.
he saved me. He gave up everything.
Everything?
When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. You can tell by my face.
No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe.
I decided to pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you get that bandage across your head or around your head?
This is the epitome of fashion.
Which is, I think you're including with a schoolgirl outfit? Is that a schoolgirl outfit? That looks like a schoolgirl outfit that I saw in, like, Trails of Cold Steel. So I'm assuming that's a schoolgirl outfit. Head bandage. So what's the story with the bandage?
Dots. They put it on after the operation.
Operation? Is it water on the knees?
It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury.
A fatal injury? Maya's just stuffed one herself. Suffered one herself by the sound of it. I was like, wait a minute, stuffed? What does that mean? Suffered. So that's the injury you were talking about before, when you said you had died once.
Dots. Apparently I'm a fucking liar.
4! I guess we're golfing now.
She really creeps me out, Nick.
Same here, but we gotta find out the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help her God. So... Mixtape?
More coffee?
Okay. I'm pretty sure we went through this already where I tried to show her shit and... It was like, no. Would you like to die? And let's see, anything here? Tigre? Tiger? Can I ask you about the tiger? Sorry, I mean Mr. Tigre.
Cookie?
Sure? Oh, did we already ask you this? This sounds familiar.
How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself.
Oh, go ahead, Nick! The art is all yours! No. Ladies first, Maya. Just shove one down her throat. She says she's frail. We could do it. Chronos, what? Oh yeah, that your lovers, right. So that's what we asked her the other time to unlock that other thing. How about you? Don't want to talk about yourself? Understandable. I'm like 99% sure we don't have enough evidence to do this. We're still trying to gather evidence for Robo Lady, right? I mean, we'll try it, obviously. We'll try it. But, how much health do I have? It should be fine. Because I know I messed up on the Robo Lady. There's no way we have enough for this. Okay, we only got hit once. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
Yeah. Operations on the brain tend to be pretty tricky. And don't have, well, depending on the injury, but, yeah, I don't know. Don't have a great success rate. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Oh, motorbike. Well?
Donuts.
Huh?
I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one.
What's inside?
Jam and...
I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch that.
Ha ha!
Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. I guess that was a flop. Okay, so... Violetta's homemade donuts. Okay, apparently that was a treat, achievement. Why was that an achievement? Whatever. Okay, that's fine. Did it have something to do with... I don't know. If it's not the bike, I don't know. Okay, so we'll come back. Oh.
There he is! Old Cedy's back! Aw, shit. Back feeding the pigeons again!
Here, take this, and this, and get out of my porch! Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we can.
What? Why? Hello, old man!
What are you doing, Maya? Yeah.
Hey, he just turned his back to us!
I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in the court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Godot! Look, we really need to talk to you, alright?
You with the demons! With the good fortune.
Ow, 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 seeds! Shell splinters! Painful!
I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Alright, Victor. Today's trial, man. So, sorry about what happened in the court earlier. You know, us proving you that you're just a lonely individual that really just needs a hug, I think. Everyone talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was busy looking at a servant girl's backside. You can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. No, not at all. No. Yeah, probably, actually, yeah. No, probably. It's alright, headlines. Yeah, definitely headlines. Hey, listen to me, boy. I don't care what you say. I saw the waitress put it in. Okay, so... That's Viola. Violetta. Head bandage girl. You put some white powder in the young lad's cappuccino.
We hear you.
And nothing. Young Levitt was wearing an earpiece. When I see his house, the landed on his broken spectacle.
We're really sorry. I'm not.
Now, I made a little mistake with the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. I say. Okay. Take it easy, please, Mr. Godot. Don't tell me to take it easy, you sparky brat. Take this. Supersede attack. An embroiderer.
You said you were a craftsman, right?
The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the Shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
Hey. I wanted to stick my fingers up that... Oh, okay. Sorry. Dude, not gonna lie, my mind went somewhere completely else when I started reading that. I thought you were gonna bring the waitress into this, and I was like, holy shit, can't say that shit. Like, come on now. Oh man, I want to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were younger?
I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I got a tsunami of frustrations inside, and it's ready to burst out. We let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Suck it up? Suck it up. I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, huh?
Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the other. Buy some breadcrumbs. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeon, old man. What am I, some sort of two-bit community handyman?
Wait, do you get paid for that shit? Because I'll do that shit.
Well... Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeon? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost! That's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience to see. I love these seeds too. At home, at the restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Alright, I might have accidentally skipped text there. Had a phone call. Let me just rant for a second. The lady on the phone was super nice. She was actually very helpful. But I had to switch oxygen, like medical supply companies for my mom recently. And we were told that they would get in contact with us to like kind of coordinate when they come and replace the stuff and take the old stuff away. Like the two companies would coordinate. We were told that. What happened was yesterday they just showed up out of the blue, the new company. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, set it up. That's great. Do you know when the other companies come to pick up their other stuff? They're just like, no. So like, okay, fine. I'll call and be like, hey, how's it going? Come pick up your shit. Called them yesterday after the other people left. They're like, cool. We'll show up at 12 in the morning. Or 12 in the afternoon, not 12 in the morning. 12 in the afternoon, and we'll pick up the old stuff. I'm like, great. Fantastic. Call, this number as, my number. So, like, I know when you're coming or if anything changes like that. And, so, afternoon rolls around. Nothing. Didn't hear anything. 1 o'clock rolls around. Nothing. Didn't hear nothing. At all. 2 p.m. rolls around. Nothing. I'm like, okay. Fucking hell. I'm gonna go call them. And I call them. Like, hey, hi, how's it going? Where you at? And they're like, oh, we called you this morning, but you never replied. I'm like, well, my phone says you didn't call me. What number did you call? And they called the number we don't use anymore. I don't know why they had that number. Well, I guess they had that number for when we signed up. But I specifically gave them the number to call me. They just didn't do it. And then finally they showed up and took their shit, and they were just actually calling me back. Which actually is kind of funny too, because she was like, hey, I called the driver to come pick up the stuff and just letting you know, he never got back to me. I don't know where he's at, but he should hopefully be able to get there today. I'm like, cool. He actually just showed up 10 minutes ago and took your stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, that's how my last few days have been going. Anyways, I'm sure you don't. I put the control down. I might have skipped some text. Oh, you get a psychic lock? Wait a minute. What did you just say? At home and at the restaurant? Oh, wait, hold up. My restaurant, are you talking about Trebien? Do you work there? Do you get asked to run an errand there, too?
Yeah, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned.
What? The errand. So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
I'm glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. I was asked to poison that man. No, all of a sudden that young lad stumped over the table. And the servant girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast. I was a bit of a daze, you see. And then the owner shouted over to me. Excuse-moi, you. Call the police. Call them yourself, I should have said, but I didn't think of it at the time.
So did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. It's all the drugs I do.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
Do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs?
You should, for safety reasons. They're good to have for emergencies. Honestly, the first cell phone I got, I didn't really use to text or call anyone. To be fair, I barely use my cell phone these days to text or call anyone. But back in the day when they first came out, I got a cell phone. It was mostly just for emergencies. That was it. They were a lot cheaper back in the days too, actually.
I went out to go for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, I went around for 5 minutes or so.
For 5 minutes? Actually, if you found one within 5 minutes, that's kind of impressive because they like are non-existent these days. At least the places I've gone. So for 5 minutes after that incident,
Yes, sir, the owner was at the Tribune on his own.
why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, whatever, you give me a chance. We're all pulling me on a courtroom.
Thank you, Mr. Godot. You certainly earned your kudos for today.
Hey, there's more. I have more to say. Oh, yeah, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault. You're the one to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got into court. Is it really that important that Mr. Godot was the one who called the cops? I mean, maybe. What's important is the uncounted time before the police arrived. That too. The victim was dead. And Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that man alone in the restaurant. Mr. Godot might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Huh? Oh, sure, go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead.
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Hey, what about this? Like CDs? You let me get a million of my grumbles off my chest and I'll take one quick look. I've got an earthquake of frustration inside and I'm ready to rumble. Let's look at that, forget it. Million grumbles for one quick look doesn't sound like a good deal to me. Alright, are you saying that you're just not gonna look at fucking anything? You're just rude, you know that? How about this fake lawyer badge? No? Okay, great. Gumshoe's lunchbox? You want to eat this instead of Maggie? That's a shame. How about this apron? No? Bad memories? Oh, actually. No, okay. Just checking. Just checking. Kind of figured that was going to be the case. So, let's go to Tribune. So, are we talking to Armstrong first? Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. The place is open for business. Can't have an open restaurant without a chef, or a cashier, or actually any employees. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Pysche-lock pops up. Only a couple minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Godot left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Missing when you needed to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose. Maybe you should slash his tires. I don't know. That's illegal, Chronos. Only if they find out. Chronos, what? Huh, Mr. Wright! Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you. Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Can you do that? Were you scared? I was pretty touching. It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimony doesn't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Maggie, I hate to do this to you, but I'm figuring I'm gonna have to do this at some point, but would you eat Gumshoe's lunchbox, please? Oh, yeah, I've got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox? Weenies, too! I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Yes. Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. How'd you tell her that? Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making that. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. I made it. You can eat it. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyways, I hate weenies. Uh-oh. Really? It's all yours, Maya. And you can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But, I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox has been consumed by Maya.
Well, how was it?
That hit the spot. I love weenies.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir.
Well, now I'm kind of sad. Contradictions.
Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else has provided testimony that didn't match up with what you remember? Yeah, there were just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction the other guy saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure of it.
Didn't Mr. Godot testify earlier that it was the waitress who put some white powder in the coffee? Maybe it was sugar.
So you really think it was the disappearing man that did it?
I mean, in the intro cutscene, didn't we see the fake Phoenix drip something from his hands?
Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the newspaper as well. Also, we have it in our pocket.
They never did find that CD in the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too.
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna end anything quite soon because we still got a couple psyche locks. I was like a little worried that if we questioned or asked for everything, I wouldn't have time to present it. That happens. It happened like once, right? We talked to someone and they just ran away and we didn't have time to present anything. You said that you passed out when the victim Glenelg collapsed, right?
Yeah, it was so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. But before I knew it, what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived at the scene, you have no idea what went on at Très Bien.
No, I didn't. No idea at all. Why, is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the cops.
Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was all alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No! You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, I feel like 3 people are responsible for this. Armstrong, Viola, and Fake Phoenix. It's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
It's like the master baiting...
What? Oh, biting. Yeah,
it's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke to him earlier.
No. The thing that man says doesn't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. It's hurting her head.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD.
Sure. Present MC Bomber! Okay, you deserve to be locked up, Maggie. Like, seriously? That's the CD you were talking about! What? Why?
Huh, is that your attorney badge?
Actually, it's a fake.
Holy smokes, that's it! Huh? That's the badge your phony had, Mr. Wright.
You got duped by this?
But it's a completely different color. And what about the fact that it's made of paper? He said the badge got tan as well while he was in Hawaii on business.
I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. She's not all there? She's a few screws loose. Apron?
Oh yeah, that's from when I was carrying customers' breakfast over to them.
The ketchup spot, you mean?
My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff. But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how. Ketchup-covered omelet went flying and hit the customer in the face. Oh, talk about a tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. Yeah, I guess. I was kind of a sight to behold.
Oh, Maggie. Oh, man. That's the cup I took over to the table, sir, but I didn't put anything in it. I just could never do something like that. That's right, you can never do anything like that. I'm not good at carrying those large trays, you know. Trying to balance a tray with one hand and to put something in the coffee in the other hand. Really has me trouble. I dropped something for sure. That's right. Is she expecting me to claim that she's too clumsy to have committed a crime? Maybe. I mean, it might stand up in court. Oops. Guess I could have went the other way. Really, you have nothing to say to this stuff, huh? Lottery ticket. Potassium cyanide? I never heard of that poison before in my life, sir. Really? Okay, maybe I have. But I've never seen it before. That's the truth. I wouldn't even know where the nearest potassium cyanide dealer is in the first place. Potassium cyanide dealer? Sounds like another group of drug pushers to avoid. In any case, this definitely isn't something you pick up just anywhere. Oh, curse my rotten luck! The criminal must have stuck the bottle in my apron when I was unconscious. I feel like we might have gone through some of these already. So, let's go ahead. Actually, you know what? No? Okay. Just checking. How about this guy? Holy smokes, that's him! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright! Just look at his ridiculous suntan! For the record, I'm not sunburned like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he'd been on business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he's got the tan. But in the cutscene, we saw he was white as, well, Phoenix. I'm not hearing this. How about this, lady? No. Back there. Robo lady? No. Armstrong? Mr. Armstrong was very good to me after I was fired from the force. I can't believe someone as nice as him could have anything to do with this. Well, in the time between the victim being poisoned, the police being called, the only person who was on the scene and had a chance to do anything was Mr. Armstrong. There was no one else there. Mr. Armstrong wouldn't. He wouldn't set me up, would he? She has perfected her puppy dog look, by the way. I feel so much better after this trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. Feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. Is that really that bad of an old man? Yes, he is. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, is there something on your mind you've got to tell us? Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Godot or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you can make of it. Gumshoe? Back when I was in the force, technically Gumshoe always looked out for me. But today was the one who I was the one who had to look out for him, trying to incriminate me the whole time. You gotta remember, Maggie, Gumshoe's a detective. He's got a job to do. My old boss. I thought at least he'd be on my side. He is on your side. He'd do anything to help. He can't fool me. I saw him in court today. I felt like a poor little baby woodpecker being pecked in the head by its own mother. Gumshoe's testimony was pretty solid. No wonder it hurt her so much. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Ouch. I think I just saw Gumshoe's chance to go down in flames like that. Hindenburg. I don't think it's getting through to her that he really was trying to help. Aw, poor Gumshoe, but, you know, kind of understandable. Alright, Victor's testimony next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all then. Bye.